There's a storm brewing, and at the eye of it is Andrew Tate, a figure who has been no stranger to controversy. With a reputation marked by divisive internet personality traits and misogynistic remarks, Tate now faces accusations that are far graver. The former kickboxer is embroiled in a criminal investigation for alleged human trafficking and rape, charges that he vehemently denies. In the heart of Romania, both Andrew and his brother Tristan, along with 2 Romanian female suspects, have been in police custody since the end of last year. They are accused of forming a criminal gang with the sinister intent of sexually exploiting women. The allegations suggest that the victims were lured through false promises of relationships or marriage, then subjected to physical violence and mental intimidation. One cannot disregard the severity of these accusations, particularly when considering Tate's past. His notoriety for derogatory remarks towards women had led to his ban from major social media platforms. With these serious charges, his reputation takes an even darker turn. As the legal proceedings unfold, the question that remains is, will justice prevail? The roots of this scandal go deeper than one might initially suspect. Let's rewind the clock a bit and trace the sequence of events. Our timeline begins in 2020, when a then 16-year-old Romanian student named Daria Gusa revealed she and her high school friends received unsolicited messages from Andrew Tate via Instagram. Tate, who was 33 at the time, allegedly used the platform to reach out to these underage girls, bragging about his wealth and asking to meet up. Fast forward to December 29, 2022, when the plot thickens. Tate, along with his brother Tristan and 2 Romanian female suspects, were taken into police custody. The charges against them were grave, including forming a criminal gang with the intent to sexually exploit women, human trafficking, and even rape. As we move into the new year, on January 25, 2023, Tate made claims of injustice in the Romanian judicial system. He insisted that the case file against him was empty and that there was no evidence to support the serious allegations made against him and his brother. However, the wheels of justice continued to turn. On February 1st, a court ruled against Tate's appeal for release, extending his detention until February 27th. Prosecutors alleged that the Tate brothers lured victims under false pretenses of relationships or marriage, only to subject them to physical violence and mental intimidation at properties in Bucharest. There, the victims were reportedly forced to produce explicit content for social media sites. As the timeline extends, so does the list of alleged transgressions, painting a grim picture of the events that have unfolded. In the court of law, it's the evidence that speaks loudest. And in Andrew Tate's ongoing legal battle, his defense is relying on just that, asserting there's no real evidence against him. They argue that the claims are baseless, mere allegations with no substantial proof. As the case remains under investigation, the court has been presented with an appeal from the defense. They've requested a shift from police detention to house arrest, a plea that has been rejected so far. The court has extended Tate's detention till the end of February, with the possibility of a further extension of up to 180 days. The trial is yet to kick off, and it's crucial to note that these are still allegations, not convictions. The pursuit of truth and justice continues, with the prosecution and defense both preparing to present their cases. As the clock ticks, the pressure builds, and the legal battle intensifies. The scales of justice are now in motion, and the world watches as the case against Andrew Tate unfolds. In the midst of this maelstrom, let's take a moment to reflect. We've delved into the serious accusations against Andrew Tate, a figure who has stirred controversy on multiple fronts. Allegations of human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal gang for sexual exploitation are not to be taken lightly. These are deeply troubling charges that, if proven, carry significant consequences. We've walked through a timeline of events, tracing back to late December, when Tate and his associates were taken into police custody. Despite their denial of the charges, their detention was extended, reflecting the gravity of the allegations they face. We also examined the ongoing legal battle, where the prosecution and defense continue to spar over the validity of the evidence. Amidst calls for house arrest instead of detention and claims of innocence, the court has maintained its stance, keeping Tate in custody. These events highlight the profound implications for Andrew Tate. His reputation, already marred by previous controversies, faces further damage. The potential legal penalties could be severe, impacting his personal and professional life in profound ways. As we continue to follow this case, it's important to remember that every story has two sides. Only time will reveal the full truth behind these serious accusations against Andrew Tate.